everyone, Rob the Backyard Gardener here. Wanted to give you just a tomato tour today. Garden's pretty big now, so it's hard to fit all the things that I want to put in the video as far as the content into one video. So I figured I would go and segregate the tomatoes this time and see how that goes. We're going to take a look at my Brandywine, my black cherry tomatoes, my orange Rousselini, as well as some miscellaneous grape tomatoes. And then I also have the Indigo rose tomatoes in the greenhouse, which I'm going to harvest the last one that's on there, as well as give it a little taste test on them as well. Let's go take a look. So as you can see, we're getting to be a tomato jungle out here. I love pruning and staking tomatoes. It's almost like a mini harvest because you get to kind of be with the plants and stake them down, tie them down, prune them. Kind of gives you something to do in between watching them grow and waiting for something to pull off. Speaking of something to pull off, on my black cherry tomatoes here, we are starting to get, let's see if I can get a good look in here. We are starting to get some ripening going on the black cherries. Now I've got another one over here as well that's starting to turn. And if you look closely, you can see it's got some bird damage. So I caught a bird out here, and they don't wait long. As soon as these tomatoes start to turn, they're on them. So what I did was, the birds are landing on top of this fence, looking around, and then flying in here and trying to get the tomatoes. So I've added a little chicken wire just to see how that goes. Hopefully that will deter them. The birds aren't messing with the other tomatoes right now. Now they're just gonna start going for these cherry ones. Hopefully this will deter them a little bit. I'm a little bummed that one of my ripening black cherry tomatoes has bird damage on it. Anyway, I wanted to give you guys a quick update on everything out here. We have so many tomatoes, it's ridiculous. So on the black cherry, let me just go ahead and show you what we've got. We've got some up here, as you can clearly see. We've got some more down there. More over here. More up there. Another one up there by himself. Another bunch of them back over there. We even got one right here. We've got several more bunches right here. More over here. Back there. Up in here. Another little one right there. This is the bunch that has the ripening one right here. More back there. And now we're getting into the orange Roussellinis, which you can see we've got a nice pack of them right here. Pack of them right here. Some more up there. Some down there. A cluster of them over here. These are the miscellaneous red on the vines that we've got down in there. We're squeezed in between, and even they are producing like crazy. Got some more over there. Down over here. And then also on the orange Rousselini, got a few tomatoes right here. A nice bunch of them right here. You know, we had one right here as well. I had to peel it off. It was bird damaged. It was yellow already, and it was already half eaten. Crazy. Another one there. And another one over there. And I'm going to step back for a second so you guys get a really good look at how tall these tomato plants have gotten. I mean, isn't that a sight? Look at these things. Now, I've pruned and trimmed a lot. I've staked a lot. I've tied a lot. But I'm a fan of as much foliage that's producing flowers as possible so I get maximum harvest. These guys are big. I'm 6'1". These are planted at about a depth of 18 inches. What I mean by that is this is a 2-foot tall thing and they're 6 inches below the level, so about 18 inches. And right now these, with my hand fully extended, that's about 7.5, 8 feet, and minus the 1.5 foot, so they're about 6.5 feet, I would say. Now above me, they're almost 2 feet because of the way they are in the planter's box. And then this leaf up here, or this branch up here, is well above. I can barely even touch the top. So we've got some major tomato action going on, which gets me really excited. Also over here, we've got those orange Roussellinis, and they're doing just well. Matter of fact, I'll take a step back for a second. Look how much they've caught up. There was a runt here and another one, and they've really taken off with all this rain and heat. And if we get in here, we can see quite a bit. Maybe we can see of tomato action. Look at those beautiful tomatoes coming in. Got some down there. Obviously you can see some stragglers over here, brand new forming ones over there. And then down here we've got the elongated shaped ones, but we've got a few of them on there. 3 of them, I believe. Yeah, 3 of them. And I don't know if you can see this, but I'm going to try to zoom in back there. We've got a couple of pretty cool ones back there. Nice, coming in nice, big and round, as well as a cluster of them up here. So the orange Roussellinis are coming in full effect, doing just fine. Now let's take a look at these Brandywines. Monsters as well. We've got a nice size one coming in right here. If we're gonna go back in here, we see we've got another one in there, another one up there, and another really nice one in here. And then a really large one back down here. Look at this guy. Huge. So several more growing on this tomato plant here. And on this first one, we do have a small one coming in, and for some reason it's escaping me where it is. Oh, there it is down here. Another new one coming in. This is the one that originally had the first tomato that the birds got to before it even started to turn, and I had to pull it off like you saw in the last video. But they're doing really well. And then I've got 2 more black cherries down here. So I'll kind of take you to the stages here. They start looking like this, like you see down here. Then they get a little bigger and they start looking like that. And then they get even bigger and they look like this. And bigger yet, you'll notice on these ones, they even start getting that dark green top. Looks like it's paint brushed on. That's going to be more blackish purple than the rest. And then look at these monsters down here, guys. Are you kidding me? These are the largest cherry tomatoes I've ever seen in my life. We even have one right here that's starting to turn. Just starting to turn. Never mind the spider web, but anyway, we've got tons. And really, if I just focus on the plant, you've got tomatoes everywhere on this as well. I cannot get over the sheer volume that the black cherry tomato produces. It's crazy. Even back here, look at this. Prolific producer. And with all the moisture that I have and all of the foliage on there, you would think they'd start catching some blight. I'm thinking that these black cherry tomatoes are really resistant to disease. They're prolific, they're really green. Crazy. I'm very, very happy with what's going on in the backyard when it comes to tomatoes. Let me go take you a look over at the ones in the greenhouse as far as the Indigo Rose and see what they're doing. Figured it was time to harvest some of my Indigo Rose. I've already pulled 4 off the plants, but we do have another one that's ripening right here on the plant. So I figured I'd pull this one off live and then show you all of them. Indigo Rose. Kind of excited about these. I'll show you the other ones and I'll probably do a quick taste test as well. So here are the 4 I peeled off about 4 or 5 days ago. You can clearly see that they turn a little more red when you let them mature. So when they were red last night, I stuck them in the fridge and I went ahead and pulled them out now. Give one a taste test. I'll be right back. So the inside of the Indigo Rose tomato, it's not really black throughout like you would think that a normal black cherry type tomato would be. It's not really a cherry tomato, I guess either. Mine are just smaller because they were in the greenhouse, not getting the right amount of water, probably a little too much heat, but they're really fleshy, as you can see. So let's give this one a taste test. You know what? They've got kind of a unique taste. Not that sweet, but still really tomatoey, with a different aftertaste. And I really can't describe it. Let me try another one, see if I can hone in on it a little more. You know, it's hard to describe other than the fact that it's really juicy and fleshy. Not so sweet, not sour in any way. Anyway, I think they'll make good tomatoes for on sandwiches or in salads. Probably not with the way they taste, probably not good for sauces, but I'm not quite sure. I like the way they taste. They're very fresh, juicy, and tomatoey and fleshy. So that to me sounds more like on a salad, or maybe if they get a little bigger, slicing them up and put them on a sandwich. Anyway, pretty good. Well, there you have it, everyone. Tons of tomatoes. You can clearly see in the video, they're everywhere. I'm so excited about this year's harvest if I can keep those darn birds out of them. That's what we do when we garden. We have to face adversity sometimes when it comes to pests and diseases and things like that, but still super excited. Looks like in the next week we're gonna have tons to harvest. Again, assuming the birds leave me alone. But you gotta have birds in nature as well. Please leave any comments below. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and thanks for watching again.